Yo, what's up, y'all? Oh, I cannot hear myself. There we go. What's up, y'all? It's Lentini on the mic. We got JoJoDaHoBo and TG. I'm super excited for my man JoJo. I might have to be a little bit biased on this one. This guy goes to my locals, big fan, good friend of mine, and we are going to get started right away. Oh, they're coming out swinging right now. We see TG trying to pull out the meatball, but immediately JoJo going for that offensive, aggressive game plan. I mean, that's kind of the balance of things when you've got a big stage like this. You always have to ask, does Lox want a big stage or a small stage? And the answer is, well, it kind of depends on both the Lox and the matchup. Sometimes he does really well with the ability to run away and get that meatball. Sometimes he wants to box up close with those massive normals. In this case, you're on a big stage, so JoJo not playing a setup character, the onus is kind of on him to hold oh! Don't hold too far forward though, good text. Manages to get in, back air spacing him out, and that gives the opportunity to set up those meatballs for TJ, who was trying so hard to shut down this stock on JoJo. He has a very clear win condition on those edge guards. JoJo doing a good job of staying alive for now, though. Great usage of the fireball, confirming into the up strong, taking that stock, despite being kind of on the back foot for a while there. Not perfect on the DI, but honestly pretty good. Does drop that stock. TJ keeping it even, resetting on the ledge as well, taking advantage of those frames. JoJo finds a way through up strong, up airs. Oh, but he fireballs the wrong way. Maybe a snapback. I want to see TJ start parrying these fireballs. That is so important. If you are a Zetter player, I feel like at the beginning of the set, you just kind of throw out a fireball, see if they can parry it, and if they can't, like, all right, that's my neutral tool now until you show me otherwise. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, goes for the mix-up. And now you're just waiting for that fireball to come out to be that opener. There it is. And goes for the up strong, committing preemptively rather than reactionally. And TJ gets the shield, which means he gets a punish here, and he is fully empowered as well. Spending a little bit on that up strong. It's super safe, but he does start to run low on resources, so he has to be careful. There's the parry, and immediately JoJo showing he is no slouch. Parrying right back, down special as well. TJ trying to space out, trying to find the call-outs on these openings. JoJo mixing up pretty well, so he's not getting hit by those big buttons. Okay, Gatling combo into the up tilt, set up the fire, forcing him to land to the side, tries to punish it, but TJ with a great mix-up, getting himself back into the neutral here. And once again, we are into this fireball territory for JoJo. He is trying so hard to just add that little bit of pressure against TJ. What's up, TK? I mean, TK just went by. He's like, why are you by yourself? I don't know, chat. I don't know. Hopefully someone comes over here and helps me out. Shout out TK, though. I think he's on one of the other streams at the moment. They have a spill or something? Anyway, back to the game. JoJo doing a good job of putting on his pressure game. This is what we saw from the beginning of the game. He was very aggressive off the rip. We see a little bit about the wobble wave shines coming out. Again with the double parry as well. Just so much pressure from JoJo. The moment you think you've got an answer. Speaking of answers though, back air, gonna once again close it out. He is 2 for 2 on those kills. JoJo, when he's holding forward, his DI is not gonna be super good. You cannot react to something you don't expect to get hit by. A little bit of a mistime on that parry, giving TJ an opportunity. JoJo back. He's just using that speed he has, the size of the stage as well that he has to run away. That time he doesn't even need to parry the fireball. He just runs behind it. Ooh, double down air. Hit him with the Dunkaroos. Into the fireball, down tilt, forward air. So many options being used from JoJo in the neutral as well, making it very hard for TJ to find an answer because he doesn't know consistently what JoJo is going to utilize. It's so important for the character and the forward air. Closing out game number 1, but keeping it close on both sides. TJ had a lot of great answers. Even if he didn't get quite enough of them, those back airs were very effective all the way through. I turned down my in-ears a little bit. Which one of these on the in-ear am I? Should I just start fiddling with them? 4? All right, there we go. Nice. Shout out production. These guys know what's up. All right, counter picks. I'm really curious to see what the thought process on counter picks is. We talked at the beginning of the last game about big stages versus small stages in the matchup. I personally like medium stages against Lox, and sure enough, that is exactly what we're going to get, because you have enough space to get away from those big normals, but not so much space that he gets to set up fireball all the time. It's sort of like this weird middle ground, which I think speaks to how strong Lox's stage list is. For a character that is really like not considered that great, his stage list is very oppressive sometimes if you don't know how to deal with him. There we go. We see the parries on the fireballs. TJ looking a lot more comfortable this time. A little bit of an airplane tech chase attempt. Tries again. JoJo not going into tumble, so he doesn't have to go for anything on that tech chase opportunity. Fireball's in the corner. Ooh, that back air, it's so oppressive. Great spacing there, recognizing the angle on JoJo. Special pummel as well. JoJo not swinging out of that. He's probably scared of the neutral pummel because of the weird stuff that Lox can do off of that. Good DI in, though. Not going to get killed by that forward throw. Ooh, get me out of here. TJ's been pretty apt to use that explosion as an escape option, which I respect. It's really easy to get pigeonholed into a one-track mind of using that only offensively, and as a result, sometimes you don't even get your opportunity to use it as such. And once again, TJ finding his big hit in the corner. That's been the win con for him. JoJo, for the first time in this set, down a stock. Forward air once again. Oh, going for achievement combos here. I don't know if they have that on this setup, but not going to find out. Unfortunately, the overextension does mean you lose out. I respect, a little bit of overextension from the player who was behind. It's easy to look at that and say, hey, he's overdoing it, he's overcooking, but, you're losing. You got to make something happen. And in that case, didn't work out, and the reward is, unfortunately, going down another stock. JoJo still fighting, though, but TJ taking full advantage of his offense here. We see the Nair there pushing him off of the platform. Doesn't matter what you do. It's sort of a lost 50-50 right from the rip. F-tilt into the down tilt here, into the up strong. So many options, or I should say jab, not F-tilt. Ooh, speaking of up strong, JoJo really trying to find something here. A bit preemptive, catches the jump and gets the kill. Only down one stock now, but at 109, you are living on borrowed time. Once again, pulling out the Dunkaroos, down air, up strong. Already getting some damage on the board, but it's not about that damage. It's about whether or not you can kill this big elephant. And right now, JoJo is struggling to do that, but he stays alive very well. Back air, good DI this time. No mix-ups on that one. Fireball out of the corner. Again, these mix-ups from JoJo doing such a good job of making it hard for TJ to just throw out lazy options, lazy back airs and forward airs to get that kill. He is struggling to find it right now at 144, but the damage continues to rack up. Attempt at the ledge there, maybe going for a level 1 explosion or something. I've seen that a few times today. Actually, saw that on the mainstream earlier against, I forget who was playing. It was against Jet. There was a player doing that. Oh, no, we saw it here as well. There was an elephant up against Fabs who was doing single explosion stuff. Either way, though, TJ taking game number 2, looking so comfortable. Of course, you do have to remember JoJo lost a stock very early, but that's the nature of the game. That's the nature of the character. Part of what you have to expect is that that's just going to happen sometimes. Also, instant bans of 2 small stages right now. And as a result, JoJo going to the big one. So I think TJ, with those bans, is really showing he wants to run away and get his meatball. He is willing to accept that that means JoJo has more space to work with. One thing that's tricky with Fire Capital, though, for JoJo especially, is because his recovery is so linear, he could find himself in scenarios where he's deep off stage and cannot get back. And the same thing is true for Lox, but at least in my experience in this matchup in particular, it's a little harder for Zetter to go off against Lox than it is for Lox to go off against Zetter. So I do think that part of JoJo's counterpick is likely to work against him. We'll have to see. Side note, that fireball just high enough that JoJo actually low-profiled it on his dashback, didn't need to parry. We're seeing fewer of those parries from him. Speaking of, more parries from TJ, fewer counter parries from JoJo. Maybe getting a little bit of a mental stack overload. Up strong, going to take that kill once again very early, especially on Fire Capital. Getting those kills quickly goes such a long way. Ooh, back into the neutral. JoJo, so apt to go for those up strongs as well. Double forward air. Shout out to the latest patch. We'll see if that sticks around on April 2nd. I'll be honest, I kind of hope not. Dan, see me in the DMs. I feel like we could do a little bit better than that. That was a wild change to me. I'm sure they've got something on their minds when they do that, but I thought it was a little bit interesting. Ooh, shine pressure. I love I hadn't talked about it yet. The visual effects, the bat effects that this incredibly dapper Zetterburn skin has, I think are so cool. Big Slayer vibes. Oh, he gets back. TJ is looking a lot more comfortable in the corner. JoJo seems like he had a certain couple of mix-ups that he is using in the corner, and TJ has figured out how to option select a lot of the coverage on them, things like that. He misses his first hit, but it's okay. Waiting out here, but you waited a little bit too long, so even though he misses the strong, he's able to hit you with a down tilt, and no Tech De Jesus is going to save you this time. Shine, he wants that up strong. Up tilt, okay. Oh yeah, it's probably because of the damage threshold. He's a little more aware than I was in that moment. Up strong wasn't going to kill, of course, so he wants to get the up air combos. F tilt, get over here. Oh, yeah, you missed that tech, you just die. It's no surprise that Loxes go for that all the time, even though it is pretty easy to tech. Barely gets clipped on the up special there. It was really close, and now you're stuck in the corner. Goes a little bit too low, trying very hard to outspace that F strong in the corner. And unfortunately, that is going to be it for our hero, JoJo, but it's okay. He's pulling out the Letterman. Is he gonna run it back? I personally don't think he should, and sure enough, he does not. All right. Ooh, the parry gets baited out. I respect JoJo for trying some new things. That is going to add a little bit to TJ's mental stack. Very easy for you to get scared of a parry in those scenarios. Let's see what ends up happening, though, if that's going to actually have an effect, as JoJo has the early advantage, has the early pressure, but we've seen that before, and TJ is doing a good job of swinging out of it, finding his openings, finding his big hits. Because you remember, Zetter has to hit you a whole lot more than Lox does. It's always so funny to me when Zetter, he hits you with like an 18-piece combo, and you're like, man, I must be at kill percent. Then you look down, and you've taken 30. Ooh, an SD. That is the boon that JoJo needs to get back into this. Hold up. Hang on a second. Dash attack. He gets baited, but he's able to cover with an up tilt. I feel like that's happened a few times to JoJo, where he's able to bait out an attack, whether it's something like that, or if it's even like waiting out the F strong in the corner. But he's a little bit off on his timing with the punishes, and as a result, TJ is able to get away with murder. However, JoJo's still got that lead. He's holding on to that stock advantage that he got early. Ooh, forward air into up strong. Interesting. Great mix up there from TJ. You're fading in, you're fading out. Shout out to Fabs and his set as well for showing how hard you can fade in and fade out on that recovery and mix things up. You are on fire. You are at kill percent. We haven't seen things like F strongs or down strongs really coming out from JoJo. It's generally been the up strong, but that is a threat, especially at this percent. Speaking of threats, though, TJ, he gets that stock. He evens it up. This is where he has the opportunity. If he can just stay alive, because remember, this character is dummy thick. Stay alive, rack up the percent, get into a situation where they're both last hit on this stock, that even if he goes down first, he can very easily claw his way back. JoJo simultaneously has to be so careful and so preemptive, I think. It's a tough situation when you're in JoJo's shoes here, struggling to get the kill. Interesting going for the F throw there. I expected a back throw to get him off stage. Shine. There's that up strong. He's been fishing for that for like literally 2 minutes. Finally finds it. But here's the problem. TJ did exactly what I was talking about. He lived for a long time there. Great mix up from JoJo. Goes a little bit high as well to wait out the roll. Special break. Okay, this time just go for the jab. Okay, TJ getting some free damage. And now, I talked about TJ having to do this. The onus is on JoJo to do the same thing. He just has to stay alive. That's the win con. It's not about... Ooh, no. Well, so much for that. We're back to even. And if you're TJ, you're feeling pretty good about that. After the SD... Ooh, F tilt. The spacing around that, and you can see why. The moment TJ gets that, not only does he get some solid damage off of it, he's able to convert it into a tech chase. And that is one of the scariest things in the game, being tech chased by Lox, because he's got those nair planes, he's got that grab as well, so you can't just get up and shield. So many threats get activated in that moment. Speaking of threats, one deactivated there, but the parry is going to get him some advantage anyway. Oh, up there. Oh, I said the reverse hit back back air, I think, trying to come out from JoJo. You can combo that into a lot of things if you can get the hit, but it's very precise. Great facing from JoJo. TJ almost got that timing, which is very impressive, but not able to quite do it. Okay, sends him, I think, the wrong way for what TJ was hoping for there. Send the fireball up, and a high recovery from JoJo, keeping himself alive, but you're both living on borrowed time, and historically, it's been TJ who's been able to thrive in these scenarios over JoJo. Let's see, managing to get past another forward strong. That is not working as well for TJ anymore. Very strong move, especially on ranked, but JoJo's adapting. Oh, no. JoJo, no, not like this. Oh, that's so sad. F in the chat for our hero, JoJoDaHoBo, getting beat out. But good stuff to TJ, showing us the elephant's got some sauce. I know there's been a lot of questions even since pre-launch about how good this character is. Always asking, why do they keep nerfing our boy?